You're nothing over here. You are a dog. Shut up. I'm Black American. I'm over you.
If you don't vote for me, you're not white. I'd be like, why are you even making it racial?
Yeah, it doesn't even make any sense.
These people, all they do is obsessed with race.
I saw something that I also shared on Twitter, and I'm going to pull it up right now because I want to show you all that what people are out here doing is just pure hate. And they don't realize, I think they do realize, it's like some people are choosing hate. Some people are choosing hate because that's all they have to offer. You have this one guy who is on the train, black dude. He's on the train and he sees a white family sitting right there. White family. It's a white dude with his child, look like his son, probably like a, I don't know, 4 or 5 year old son. And then you have his wife sitting across from him. And in this situation right here, and I'm gonna show you, this is my Twitter right here. As you can, and what he's doing, he's just saying the most demonstrative things to this guy, right? And he's being extremely disrespectful. And as you can see right here, what I wrote was disrespectful as F, homie. As Andre 3 Stacks once said, reconsider, read some literature, because that's Andre 3000 from the group Outkast. We said, reconsider, read some literature on the subject. Are you sure? F it. And as a matter of fact, his son is not even 4 or 5. His son looked like he's about 2. His son is a freaking toddler. His son is a toddler, but for some strange reason, this young man do not give a damn about his son being on the train. He just want to say whatever he want to say. He want to get it off his chest. He want to say all the hateful things in his heart right now. And what I also said was, hate never wins. Loving black people is not synonymous with hating other races of people. You didn't even care about the child present. You lack love. I want y'all to hear exactly what he says, because this right here was probably the most disrespectful thing I have heard on the internet. I would not have been as chill as this dad was, but you know what? He gets some love from me for being as chill as he was. I want y'all to see this, man. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know about this. This is nuts. Listen to this.
Take them back to Europe with y'all. Gay ass Caribbean African shit. Gay ass gorilla looking. Shut up, your ugly body. Yes, mutating, permutating, corrugating, etiolating, skin. Shut up, your body don't even last long enough. I'm gonna look younger than him by the time he's my age. I don't care about them ugly ass kids in your race. Shut up.
He said he's talking about their child. Do y'all not understand that? Do you not understand that? He is talking about their kid. I would have just had to gotten listen, if you gonna whoop my ass in front of my family today, it's about to happen, because you are not going to disrespect my family right now. And this man right here, ignoring it. He don't want to say anything to him. This young man right here, ignoring it. He don't want to say anything to him. What is it about this dude? What is it about people that are crazy, or people who are just saying whatever the hell they want to say and nobody confront them about it? Nobody. Everybody's just ignoring, like, just ignore the crazy guy. This dude ain't damn crazy. He knows everything that he's saying. And he's trying to get them to say something first. He's talking about their kid the entire time, man. Hold on, let me finish. I'm gonna play it.
Younger than him by the time he's my age. I don't care about them ugly ass kids in your race. Shut up. Plastic ass body. Little debilitated, innervated, emasculated, feeble, incapacitated, indisposed, emaciating, attenuating, tenuous body. I don't care about you. Shut up, you white monkey.
Shut up, you are white, you monkey. As I say a whole bunch of new words that I just now learned from my hate groups that I've been going to my meetings with, the young boy did nothing to you. This young man did nothing to you, but he's still, okay, Van. Okay, let me just play it. This is almost over.
Tenuous body. I don't care about you. Shut up, you white monkey. You a dog in this country. You're a dog. You're nothing over here. You are a dog. Shut up. I'm Black American. I'm over you.
He said, I am black, I am over you. You are nothing. I am above you in America. We are, oh my gracious. So I found, oh my gosh, this is so much hate. It's ridiculous. So I have my man, Steven Crowder, who's about to rip him a new asshole. Already know. Let's get to it.
Where there was a couple with their child being confronted by a very aggressive racist, which brings us to, well, first, our New York state of crime. If you have kids, they should leave the room because it's a pretty rough video to watch, but everyone else is talking about it. And then I'd like to use it as a jumping off point to discuss kind of some changes that you may not be aware of culturally that have taken place that have racially divided you. And hey, you know what? Alex Jones was right. It's by design. So get your kids out of the room just because it's a little bit disturbing. 5, 4, 3, 2, roll clip.
Take them back to Europe with y'all. Attenuating, tenuous body. I don't care about you. Shut up, you white monkey.
Must have watched Congo.
Dog. You're nothing over here. You are a dog. Shut up. I'm Black American. I'm over you.
Now, do you know how you know this is a problem and how the media will cover it? That I tell you that man is completely inarticulate, has no mastery of the English language, and made up words. They'll say, well, what, that's racist? No, I'm talking about that asshole right there. And he did. He called somebody a white monkey. Again, Ron Perlman, it would fit. That guy doesn't really look like a white monkey if the shoe were on the other foot. Not saying you should ever go out and call racial minorities or people of color, voters of color, monkeys. Of course you shouldn't. Neither should he. He made up words trying to sound articulate. And this is one thing that you guys need to know, okay? Having spent a lot of time, and we talked about this with the Hodge twins, if you go back and watch an old episode. Someone one time, let me tell you this story. Someone one time tried to steal my, I guess, dog Jack, back in the day, Hopper, before Joe Louis. It was in Oklahoma, stopping at the Choctaw Casino to fill up on gas. Had driven across the country. Get out, and he goes, hey, man, that's my dog. I said, no, this is his name's Hopper. He's from Detroit. He's a rescue. He goes, man, that's my dog. You better give me my dog back. I know what it is. It's a Doggo Argentino. That's my dog. And I put him in my car, and I walked out, and I said, no, he's not. I don't know what your problem is. He said, that ain't even my dog, though. And he walked away. And the Hodge twins told me, they said, yeah. They said, it's something that we were taught to do young. They said, we call it white boy punkin'. we take the Sega Genesis and shit, take it all. They talked about how often a lot of young black men are taught that white men are passive and weak. And I saw this at the mall this week.
That is true. That is true. Growing up, we was taught that white people did not want to, that they were passive and weak. And as a matter of fact, not only white people, but we was taught to try anybody. Because I never tried anybody based off of their race. I tried people based off of if I felt that they were tough or not. Oh my gosh. I was ignorant as hell too.
I saw a group of black women who were boisterous, I should say, and largely clothless. And they bumped a few people. Right? They just bumped into a few people. And I watched another black gentleman with his wife. He was kind of bumped, and he just said, like, hey, watch where you're going. He said this to the black lady. Yeah. That same black lady was still on her phone, bumped a white woman who was wearing a little, one of those little, like, kind of patchouli looking, looks like she would wear patchouli, but a beanie. And she went, and spoke to her husband, like, I guess because I need to check my privilege, guess what? We can't have a society that has one group of people believing that other people are weak and easily intimidated. Therefore, you should do it to right the wrongs of the past. And let me give you some more examples here. The media is rolling it. I don't know if you remember when Elon Musk, by the way, actually African-American, made news with this tweet where he said that the media is racist. For a very long time, U.S. media was racist against non-white people. Now they're racist against whites and Asians. Same thing has happened with elite colleges and high schools in America. Maybe they can try not being racist. Let's compare how the very same media covered the tweet. Everything he just said there, by the way, is factually verifiable. Asians at elite colleges, high schools in America. That is a fact. There are lawsuits that are being won. The media covered African-American Elon Musk's tweet with this. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, Tesla, and Twitter, accused the media and elite colleges and high schools of being, quote, racist against white and Asian people, espousing his views without providing evidence on Sunday. Where could he have possibly pulled that stat? And by the way, I don't know if you saw this. Remember the Rasmussen poll? They asked people black people, it's okay to be white, only 53% of blacks agreed. 47% of black Americans, people of color, weren't sure. That is incredibly disconcerting. That means that there's a 50-50 shot when you're walking down the streets right now. If you see a black American, there's a 50-50 shot that they don't know if they think you have the right to exist.
And that's what Scott Adams got into.
Yeah.
And you also don't know if, you also don't know if they are under the same mindset of the gentleman by the name of Kamal. What's his name? The guy with the locks, old dark skin, old black guy with gray locks who got on C-SPAN and said we need to get rid of all white people. We need to get rid of all white people is what the video says. And he was on C-SPAN.
I'd like to comment on that.
Yes.
People need to know the roots of this. So back when it was okay to be racist against black people 100 years ago, there was like 1 million KKK members, and they had giant marches in D.C. And by the 70s, there was, maybe 20,000 of them, and everybody dislikes them. The corporate media and the universities and everything on record to divide the country and, to basically bring the country down, know that the country's going to be a majority non-white. And so whether they're Latin American or whether they're people that are already here, that are black, that are Americans, the universities, the culture is teaching them, you've been screwed over, you've been wrong by this group of people.
Yeah.
And so literally it's the most racist thing on earth. The opposite of what Martin Luther King said that was totally true. Judge people by what they do, what they create, what they stand for. And that's what we should be doing. But instead, no one is calling out the white leftists that are teaching this, the Hollywood, the media that promotes it, and then you're going to have a large minority of black people, a minority of that minority who are going to buy into this because they see it in the media, they believe it's normal. Now, when I see this Rasmussen poll, I don't believe that actual number. That's how they pitch it. That's how they skew it. But what it is white people will tell you, they've done polls, is it okay to be white? And they say, no, you can't wear that shirt. In fact, I've seen similar numbers where the majority or close to it of white people won't say that. Or if you try to sell that shirt on a lot of shopping cart platforms, they'll take your thing away.
Wait, which shirt? A white shirt?
No, it's okay to be white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at is, I think
like
that's black people with the political correctness. Some of them are racist. Some of them have, drunk the Kool-Aid and been brainwashed. But most of them are just like the white people bowing down to Black Lives Matter. They believe it's the right thing to say. Well, maybe it isn't good to be white.
It's a bully pulpit, and people are intimidated. And let me give you some stats here, just so you.
It's the ignorant thing to say. Ain't no right or wrong thing to say. People are some goddamn suckers, man. They some suckers. You're a damn sucker. You're afraid that the media are going to tell you that what you're doing or how you believe or what you think is wrong is going to put you on the wrong side of history. You're a damn sucker. If you were born in a white body, then it's okay to be you. If you was born in a black body, then it's okay to be you. Y'all some damn punks, man. You some punks. I watched the video of James Klug, I think that's his name, and he was walking around on the beach just interviewing people, black people, white people, saying the Rasmussen poll said that something about they did something asking people if it's okay to be white. Do you think it's okay to be white? He's asking black people, and a couple of them was like, yeah, I think it's okay to be whoever you are. And then there was a couple of people that was like, no, it's not okay to be white. It's not okay at all. At all. And I'm fine with saying that. It is what it is. But then the thing that really blew my mind is when he asked a couple of white people who also agreed, no, it's not okay to be white. How the hell are you white answering that question and then saying, no, it's not okay to be myself? You are a damn punk. You're a sucker, man. Why y'all so fearful? All of us are gonna die someday. At least die for something. Stand up for your damn self. You damn right it's okay to be me. You out your damn mind. You come on, bruh. You gonna ask me if it's okay to be me? I'll smack in your damn face. You ask me it's okay to be me. Yes, it's okay to be me. I don't care if I'm white or black or any of that. Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop being some punks. For real. I don't care what the history of this nation was doing. The KKK, it was okay for them to do what they was doing at one point in time. Now it is not. But guess what? We want to constantly use that to victim, so we can always look like victims. And then the people that use that as so we can always look like victims, they also use the origin of people. the original man came from Africa. The very first man came from Africa. So we are the first people. We are amazing people because we came from Africa. Africa. Okay, and it's good to see that you doing your research. Okay, what does that mean? Does that mean that you're better than whoever else is here? I got an answer for you. Hell no, because we are all children of God and we are all the same. And we can possibly say that we love God if we don't love our own man that we see every single day. Y'all some damn suckers, man. For real. Y'all need to grow the hell up. And I'm talking to grown people. Like, stop being punks. I don't care how dangerous it is out there. We will all die someday. Die for something, man.
You know how it has flipped, like Alex is talking about. Yeah. And they've been successful with a lot of this. So in 2012, most people viewed race relations in America as positive. Black Americans viewing them as 66%. White Americans, 72%. By 2015, that's 3 years, the percentage had declined sharply. So we went from 66 with Black Americans down to 51%.
And that was Obama and the corporate
Hold on, let me finish out. It went even lower. With white Americans, it went from 72 to 45%. 72% viewed race relations favorably, down to 45%. Yes, like you said.
In fact, I interrupted. Maybe show the graphics again. I'm wrong. Go show them.
No, you're right.
Those are important. Show them again.
But those are important so people can see the contrast, right? Black Americans went from 66 favorable to 51, which means not as sharp of a decline, which means that Black Americans aren't buying the bullshit from the media as much as white Americans are, 72 down to 45. That's the problem. And so white Americans become passive and they become intimidated. And you know what the worst thing is if you actually want to interact on a day-to-day basis with Black Americans and be able to have a friendly relate, is to not be intimidated, passive. You know what Black men don't respect? Pussies.
Thank you. No, I do not. I don't know if all Black men respect that. I don't, though. I don't respect no sucker ass person, man. If you're a punk, yo, you can't. I respect people who, because once you and I become allies, once I become your friend, you become mine, I now depend on you the way that you can depend on me. I will take up for you. I will speak up for you. I got your back. If we are friends, I got your back. Do you have mine, though? You can't have mine if you're a punk.
That's the truth. Culturally,
well, I don't think anybody likes that. I mean, look, that's what's happening. The left
but
literally
really
wants everybody.
They don't even like eating it.
Look, it's very simple. George Soros, I agree. George Soros and the globalists have put billions of dollars into Black Lives Matter to take over any type of black movements, to simply put a black face on the globalist agenda and then tell everybody else, bow down to our agenda or you're racist. And it's not even a black agenda, but there are black people that are buying into the fact that whites are inherently bad and getting in their face. And when people do that, people need to get back in their face and let them know that's not okay.
Well, here's something, too, that when I was raised, I was raised in Canada, which is a silly place. But it was basically a post-racial America, Canada. Canada's like America Light, right? But then I noticed later on you would have kids trying to identify with the American ghetto. Like, for example, Drake. Drake is a buttersoft bitch from a nice, wealthy area of Toronto. He played the Jewish kid on Degrassi who couldn't outrun the school shooter, and he had to wheel around like Stephen Hawking without the mouthpiece, and now he's talking like he's from Memphis. So there's a lot of
Hey, don't talk about Drake. He called him a buttersoft. Hey, I don't know if he's buttersoft. I do know that he's from the suburbs. I do know that, but I don't think he's buttersoft though. He has a whole bunch of killers on his payroll, so he's a little greasy now. All right, he don't have killers, but he has some rough people on his payroll, and so that by proxy makes him rough now because he don't care about what he says to anybody anymore. He just plays the role. He plays the game. I'm saying that to say this. Just because you're from the most delicate parts of the world, I don't care if you're from the suburbs, the most bubble gum, lollipop, powder puff parts of the world. I don't care what suburb or what rural community you're from. That does not mean that you are not tough. I'm not going to look at you as butter soft, right? Because I know some tough mofos who are from like very, 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 very extremely nice communities, all right? Like my kids, I made sure that they grew up in nice communities because I didn't have that opportunity when I was younger. But if anybody try to act like my kids are soft, they're going to understand real quick that that they were raised up by somebody who got some balls.
Sort of, there's this desire to be a part of a culture that, by the way, isn't necessarily indicative of actual Black American culture. Oh, you're a white guy talking about this. Well, you know what? Don't take my word for it. Again, all references available at louderwithcrowder.com. Hey, when we were young, and even before that, you had the Jeffersons that went on for a very long time, right? But the Cosby Show, before he, like 95 people allegedly.
But we just didn't know.
The process had started, but we didn't know.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Peak viewership, and I had to double check this, was at 62 million per episode. It was the #1 show in America for 5 seasons. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reached a peak viewership of 20 million per episode. It turned Will Smith into a movie star, right? Empire, though, now we fractured where everything, now it's white people watch this, and we create content for Black people. It used to be, hey, everyone can watch.
And now colleges are bringing segregation back.
Yes, but Empire, 17 million. Then it dropped to 2.9 million viewers for the season
and then Jussie
finale.
Smollett tried to get the ratings back up.
Think about it. We were a country that was so racist that our #1 show was the Cosby Show. The #1 show that we would watch would be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Family Matters. You skipped over Step by Step. No one's a Patrick Duffy fan.
What did
but you saved it for Urkel.
And what did this? The globalist social engineers, it's all documented, literally put Obama in. He did get elected, very popular. People thought it was the promise of us all coming together. Instead, he creates major racial division. Hollywood produces all the movies.
Yep.
They open all these wounds up to culturally control us now, and that's their agenda. The good news, as you said, is minorities more and more are actually rejecting it and going with people like Trump, but it is mainly white women, and I'm not attacking white people, but it's just true. It is white women, on average, who are the leftists, who are driving this cult. And so it's not about kissing Black people's ass. The left claims that's what they want. No, it's about we own the Black people. We own representing them. Do what we say or you're racist. Right. We have to reject this. It's ridiculous.
And to be clear, that's the media saying we own, just to be clear.
Right.
Someone's going to take a quote of, we own Black people, and they're going to try and use that.
No, I'm saying the left thinks they own.
No.
I mean, remember what
I'm
what
just
Biden
trying to
said?
save you from the out of
remember
context.
Remember what Biden said?
Yes.
If you don't vote for me, you ain't Black.
Yeah.
From some weird, crazy pro-KKK guy?
Yeah, I know.
I'd be like, shut the hell up. Like, if you don't vote for me, you're not an American. I would immediately, if somebody told me, if you don't vote for me, you're not white, I'd be like, why are you even making it racial?
Yeah, it doesn't even make any sense.
These people, all they do is obsess with race because it's a dying, out-of-control elite that's falling apart. The Democratic Party, the party of the KKK, the party of Jim Crow, the party of racial division, the party of collapsing cities, the party of fraud and evil.
Absolutely, always. And they try and tell you, oh, the party switched. No, they didn't. Go do a little bit of actual research on Strom Thurmond, your only example. But I do agree with what he said about white women. But hoes and tricks.
Steven Crowder's an ass, man. That's
What are you about to say there?
I was going to say, when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, right? We've talked about this. We were watching this. Like it was never a thing. I was very, very low income, and so I had a very mixed school. I had a lot of Hispanics, a lot of Asians, a lot of Blacks. All of us, we were fine.
Yeah.
We didn't have any of these problems.
They want you to believe that. Again, it's a lie that you can't disprove. They go, you were fine. Well, no, the stats show that more Black people thought they were fine. They say you're white. It's easy for you to say you're fine.
Let's say this. There were some problems because I grew up in Dallas.
Of course.
But
so did I.
But let's be clear. It's a lot worse now, and the numbers show
it's far, far worse.
I was just watching the very first episode the other day of Sesame Street, and I actually want to show you a comparison of then, where nobody even thought twice, of people of all different races, where it didn't come up, hanging out with each other, and it was supposed to be a friendly street. Big Bird's head's a little bit weird. This is 1969, and then we'll compare it to now.
Sally, you've never seen a street like Sesame Street. Everything happens here. You're gonna love it. They play games. Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Say hello to Sally. She just moved into the neighborhood.
Hi, Sally. How are
That's
you?
Bob.
Nice to see you.
And that-
Greetings, my friend.
That's
I'm
Mr. Hooper.
Oh, Mr. Hooper. Here's a dime for your paper. Thank you.
See, come here, Mr. Hooper. Come here. Say hello to Sally.
Hello, Sally.
Sally's new. She just moved to the neighborhood.
Welcome, new Sally.
All right, that's enough.
Mr. Hooper.
Mr. Hooper.
welcome, new Sally. Hey, come say hi to Sally. She just moved in the neighborhood. I'm a grown Black man, and I'm standing real close to a small white girl. And I want you to say hi. I'm walking her around. This don't seem suspicious at all. But I want y'all to say hi to Sally. Why am I with Sally? I don't know. I just now met Sally. How did I meet her? She was walking down the street by herself, and I said, hey, little girl, you want some candy? And she said, yes. And I said, just get in the van. Like, what type of culture stuff that they have going on Sesame Street.
He's kind of a dick. That is a child. You don't have to be so cold. Hello, welcome, Sally. Come on, Mr. Hooper. Put a little bit of effort into it. Let's compare it to Sesame Street explaining race. And by the way, that's so important because people don't realize it was passive because it was real. People just wanted to put the racial tensions to bed. We're not perfect, but the way to move on.
But now they want to totally screw these kids up.
Well, here you go. Here's them comparing. Well, let's compare it to them explaining race now.
But if we all have melanin, why are we different colors? Like, why is Mr. Elijah's skin a darker brown than Russell's skin?
Oh, that's a good question, Amo. Well, it's because the more melanin you have, the darker your skin looks. The color of our skin is an important part of who we are.
Yeah, and then Nick Cannon guessed it and said, because if you don't have enough melanin, you got no soul.
Well, that is true about redheads.
Or ass.
I love redheads, by the way.
Yeah, they was talking about that actually. A lot of people like to talk about melanin. A lot of black people specifically like to talk about the benefits of melanin, the benefits of coming from a tropical nation, the benefits of all those things. But this world is messed up. We need to do our part to try to fix it. Are you in it to fix it, or are you in it to F it up? If you're in it to F it up, miss me. Like, if you subscribe to the channel and you're in it to F it up, you can go ahead to somebody else's channel. You can take your subscribe and go somewhere else. You can take your likes. You can take your comments. You can take your monetary gifts, all of those things, because I don't even want you around me. That's just keeping it a buck. I'm going to keep it a band with you. I want you to just walk on your merry little way and be a part of whatever group or crew encourages or welcomes that type of behavior, because I don't even want anything to do with you. But this world, this country, race relations, all this stuff is ridiculous, man. Like, there are the people who are upset in their feelings, don't have a relationship with God, don't have good, healthy relationships with people. They want to foul things up for all of us. They want to mess things up for all of us. Us, we want things to continue to move in a positive direction. Let's just continue to do that. We can't complain about them or any of that. But if you see something, you say something, man. Yo, young man, why you talking about this family like that, bro? I'm talking about this family like that because it's accepted. No one's stopping me. No one's speaking up. Everyone's afraid of me because I'm loud and I'm crazy. Nobody want me to do anything to them. People want to make it home safely. And I get that. Not everybody wants to confront someone who's acting like an ass. I get it. But when there are children involved, when there are women being victimized, men, we need to do what we're here to do, and that's protect.